I'm not supposed to be here. Egal, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not. I'm not. I had to hit the remix because you guys are the best. You guys are the best. This is your form. This is Super Saiyan Arsenal. This is everything complete. This is getting the striker you need. This is getting the depth that you need. This is having players for when certain players are out. I'm not supposed to be here. The conversation when Jay likes to bring up before a ball was even kicked, it wasn't supposed to be City. This was supposed to be a Liverpool Arsenal convo, right? We were done, washed. Foden's not that guy. That player of the season was Fugazi. Pep, he's outdated, right? We City don't have the players that they had in the past. The recruitment's been terrible, right? No one feared this version of City. We're the winners. I'm not supposed to be here. The fact that I'm here and you guys are so damn good, you guys are the best in Europe, the best in England, top of the Champions League. How am I this close? I'm asking the question because I didn't expect to be here, but I did expect my club to challenge to be in the mix later in the season. Not now, not in December. I do the marathon thing. I let you guys go. Get that first lap. Get that second lap. Get that third. Lead it. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll catch up. I'm not supposed to be on your shoulder right now. So all this is bonus to me. What Chelsea did to you, Bice, bonus. Did not expect that. Dropping points to a 10-man Chelsea. Aston Villa. I lost to Aston Villa, but my loss was kind of calm because we didn't really look good, but it wasn't. They weren't pressing us like that. You guys don't look like you're the comfortable, big chest, this is our season type Arsenal. So all I'm going to do is continue to just jog, expect you guys to have this stress because Egal, like I mentioned to Rax is a real one. I'm going to be real, Egal. You're a real one because you back your club, you back your players. But I know in your fan base, there's a weak line of fans that are ready to crash it on your players and your manager. Those are the ones I talk to. Those are the ones that I'm like, guys, you guys don't look that good. Guys, it's not going to happen. They're going to take this all crumbling down. I'm just waiting to see. Let me just jog it out. Let me just jog it out. Get to that finish line before you guys. This cooking is going to continue again if you guys don't fix up because it shouldn't be me. And I'm taking it easy on Liverpool fans because Liverpool fans are the ones that should be challenging you. But if I have to do what's proper for the football gods, I'ma do it.
We gotta do it.
Please.
You gotta do it first.
You gotta do it for the rest of the league.
Yeah,
exactly.
You guys keep talking because there's no point in me speaking. I've already done my whole match reaction.
Yeah,
Ahmed, go ahead.
Nah, but you have to talk though, Egal.
I'm gonna go after everybody.
You have to answer for your team.
Lads, I understand you want him to speak, but normally the defendant speaks after the prosecution has given it. You know what I mean? Statement.
Yeah, everyone just keep throwing them. Keep throwing
That's a bar. That's a bar.
Egal, I got gifted.
Let's just keep
Vice, you want to go next?
Yeah, I got gifted this by my uncle. You know what I'm saying? He gave it to me for my birthday. He does cigars and stuff like that. He packaged it up for me, rolled it himself. This is for when Arsenal don't win the league in May. I'm not going to open it until May, my birthday next year, May 30th. The league is over by then. May 30th, my birthday. When I open this, if Arsenal ain't lifting a trophy while I'm smoking this, it's going to be a long conversation. You were leading the league by 5 laps and a longer nose. 5 laps and a longer nose. Every time you guys do this, the league is ours. Look at the depth. Look at how we're playing. Best team in Europe. Yada, yada, yada. Declan Rice free kicks. You've been rinsing it all year. Declan Rice, 100 M's. You don't know how to get over the line. You trip up, you stumble, you fumble, and it's always against either Villa, Palace. Yeah, those two, Villa or Palace. Each season. When you're looking to point for a game, when you're looking to point at a game, Aston Villa away, Palace at home, Palace away. Don't let this lead slip again. Because after all of this, Mikel Arteta is one of the best managers ever. You have to show me something after 6 years. You haven't been to a final since 2020 with Aubameyang and Lacazette. You haven't been to a final since then. But we talk about man of the matches and players of the month and all of that stuff. That stuff don't matter.
When is Saliba and Gabriel back, by the way? I actually want to know, when is Saliba and Gabriel back?
Don't matter.
Saliba could be back this weekend.
Listen,
Gabriel, they're saying closer to the end of the month or something.
Ooh, I want to see the fixtures, man. It's looking dark. It's looking dark then.
Egal, would you rather save them? Egal, would you rather be conservative and maybe give them some extra games rest and be ready for later?
I'm gonna speak when it's my turn to speak. I want to hear it from everyone first.
Okay, so just I'm gonna throw a few points in.
No, just 1 second. Just before you throw anything, I know you probably want me to respond to your question. So
no, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you some points, and
but let me hear from the other two boys before we go on to question and answer. Go ahead, Ahmed. What are you saying?
Listen, what's everyone saying? Are you good?
Yeah, and shout out Maddie. Maddie says Arsenal are bottling. Arsenal in the bottling phase of the season. Go ahead, Ahmed.
What's the topic then, innit? Because obviously I came in.
The topic is Arsenal drop
basically your takeaways from this Arsenal Villa game. Any takeaways? Whether it's cooking, observations, tactical, blasting Arteta, the floor
performances.
Is yours.
Go.
Listen, I'll be real here. Aston Villa deserved that though, didn't it? They deserved it, man. Marlon had a great chance to even make it a goal. Watkins too, he should have buried that. He did the hard part in body and timber. Don't know why he went middle of the goal. He should have hit it bottom left. Arsenal had some half-ish chances with Ødegaard striking. I thought flipping Eze was awful. I thought Declan Rice wasn't not really that great. Zubimendi wasn't good. Saka, I mean, he's been poor for about a year or two now, but no one's going to talk about it. So exactly, they said that he was better than Foden. That's aging like milk. And yeah, bro, Arsenal. Like if you deep it, this Man City team, if you compare it to the City of 2 years ago, it's actually weaker. They've got the attack and players, but defensively they're not as good. Arsenal team have strengthened in squad depth, so they should be having the upper hand. And the fact that they're letting this gap be a lot closer than it is right now, then it's a testament to how Arsenal, not because they're not a great team, but they're incapable of handling pressure. So if they lose to this Man City team after giving Liverpool the title last year, then Arteta needs to get sacked. I mean, he does need to get sacked because there's no way that this Man City team, with how defensively weak they've been looking, 5-1 at Fulham and almost made it 5-5. If it wasn't for Gvardiol clearing it off the line, then that speaks volume.
Well,
go on, bro. Go on, Jay.
No, I was just, and I think you make great points. I think, but the one point you make about the City and the defense is the other side of the attack, and City are able to score goals and score against teams. And the point that we were critiquing City about was Haaland FC. Can they score goals outside of Haaland? Last few weeks they started showing. But on the flip side, you look at Arsenal and you look at some of the games that they dropped points. They didn't score set pieces. Yeah, so when you look at the Villa game, no set piece. Like the games they're dropping points.
So don't trigger him, Jay. Don't trigger Egal.
Hey, you know what's mad, Jay? You know what's mad is that people who don't really watch Man City, like I don't really like Man City in it, but obviously when you've got SofaScore turned on and you see Haaland score, it's very easy to say, "Oh, without Haaland," but people are failing to realize that Haaland's not the type of striker to create goals for himself. He needs suppliers. He needs people creating for him.
Wow.
So they might not have Kevin.
Ahmed had a good night's sleep because I have not heard him give good points like this in a while. Keep going.
He's never been this articulate.
Never. He's never been this good.
Listen. When I want to turn it on. Bro, what can I say, bro? Listen, they don't obviously have De Bruyne in it, but people have been, Church has been out for a while, and now that he's back, he is absolutely amazing. I've been wanting him at Man United. He's a quality player, dribbling, creativity. Foden, he does his best work, behind the striker, scoring goals. And when them two are on form, I can't think of any attackers that can chat to them on a technical level, right? There's a few players in the Premier League. Yeah, you've got the Everton winger. There's a few good technical players, but with them two together, It's absolutely ridiculous. And I do believe that Man City have the firepower, and that is what they've got over Arsenal. The midfield, I think they can chat to them. Like, Reinders is a good player, I rate him. Defensively, and the squad depth is where Arsenal have the upper hand. But, bro, like, not every single time it's about defending. Sometimes you got to flip and go for it, innit? Do you get me? Not be so pragmatic.
Who is this Ahmed? Who is this? Listen, I have to carry on with what you're saying. It's going to be an interesting battle this season because when we want to do attack versus defense, I happen to believe, and yes, we go back and forth with the set pieces and Holland FC, but when we look at the attack, I think there's so much that City are doing in open play and the attacking variety that it's easier for us to try and clean up and be better sound defensively than it is to be so defensive minded and then try to release the handbrake and then get the attacking options. So it's going to be an interesting contrast between Arsenal and City, if it happens to be us two for the remainder of the season, on which one's really going to win out. City getting a better defense to complement what they're doing in attack, or Arsenal improving their attack to go with a very solid defense. But, hey.
You guys played each other. You guys literally...
And this is also without...
Let Musa finish. Go ahead, Musa.
When you guys played each other at the Emirates, it was literally like the same thing. It was when City was attacking, doing their thing. Of course, they were literally, they put the game to Arsenal at the Emirates.
But I'd argue that it was inverted. Like what you're saying is inverted. So in that game, what you saw was City having to defend and Arsenal having to attack. You saw the context of that. It was almost like the points. The roles were reversed almost. So you're right in terms
when they scored, it was like
got the goal.
We have to keep the lead. Yeah. When they scored, City have to keep the lead 100%. That's the whole point. Because they know their defense is not as good as, of course, Arsenal's, and the attack. Of course, the Arsenal attack is still good enough to. Get a goal, but it still took them a while. It took them till late on to get a goal. If they play like that, at the Etihad, sky's the limit.
One last thing before Egal, you go, is that as well. Like I see, when we looked at Saka about how many minutes he played and yada yada, he had no replacement, and then eventually you brought in Madueke and. Everything's cool, yeah. You kind of did that to your centre backs, yeah, and I think you're doing it to Declan Rice. Arguably, this brother plays all the time, every time. Like Norgard, I couldn't tell you what Norgard's number is. I couldn't tell you what his hair color is because I haven't seen this guy all season. Yeah, the whole reason you bought Norgard was because you said he should be. We're buying a prem-proven player who can come in and play straight away. Now, obviously, I'm not asking you to be dropping Declan Rice, but what I'm saying is don't be crying in February and March, April when his body is falling apart. Yeah, because it's a long season. That's what I'm saying. Like I saw a post you did about Arsenal's players, the injuries and stuff. Bro, you play a very intense style. You play a very intense, demanding style. You have a very intense, demanding manager, a manager that loves duels, things like that. So I'm like, your players, the squads, it's a tricky one. I know you need to win games. You need to play your first team, but you can't. You got to give some squad rotation. What City did against Leverkusen and lost, occasionally you have to do it. You have to just give players a break. And that comes with the risk of losing games, which is what Arteta's got to do.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone said their piece. Musa, you said your piece? All right. First things first, Aston Villa fully deserved to win. That is 100% true. We can all agree there. Criticisms to Saka, the attack, valid. The midfield and the creativity can also be criticized. I thought the main reason why we were so shaky, we did not have the composure in the back. You can tell Hincapie giving away the ball late in the game gave them the ball back, which led to the long throw, which led to the final goal at the end of the game, and everyone collapsing like they did. The ball kept going up into the air. We had no height. That's our tallest players, and our three tallest center backs in Saliba, Gabriel, and Mascara all out of the team, and it led to us having Timber and Hincapié playing in center back position, and you can feel the difference with the long throws, long balls, and set pieces. When you talk about set pieces not being scored, of course, with Gabriel, we all said that was going to be changing. And now even with Saliba, that's also another effect. Conceding chances also. We conceded in 15 games, we conceded 5 goals. In 5 games, we conceded 5 goals with these guys, without them. So you can tell the difference without Gabriel and with Gabriel. Bryce, the smile on your face is just hilarious. I I expect you guys to be happy. I expect you guys to be giddy and excited. Arsenal have only lost 1 game this whole entire season since the Liverpool game. So
Yo,
I'm in all
I'm
competitions.
not even saying that. I'm smiling because it's
I'm not.
refreshing.
I'm not necessarily going to sit here and throw in the towel or be upset or be to the point
Right.
where, because I feel like there's a level of fans like I'm going to name call guys like Northside and Lee Gunner, who I'm cool with and I do content with. But when we're very good, when we're looking very good and we're looking like we're 7 points clear, everyone's excited. They're saying we're going to slap Chelsea, we're going to slap Sunderland. When we
Mhm.
don't win those games, those same people then go and say, "Oh, it's on the
I
manager
was right all along.
to sack
Yeah.
him." So which one is it? Which one is it, right? Then also everything about mentality and pressure and all these things. Not everything's down to mentality and pressure. It's such an English thing to do. Every time anyone drops points, to just go and point to mentality and pressure. Sometimes you have to look at what's actually happening and say to yourself, things there's dominoes effects. Things
Yeah.
happen for a reason. If your defense takes so many hits, eventually you're going to start to see that defense start to perform worse. You're going to see your build-up play start to perform worse. You're going to see your goalkeeper have more shots, more pressure. We went from a month in November where our goalkeeper had 1 shot on target to a game versus Aston Villa where I can't even tell you how many shots we had on target. That last phase of play, just before we conceded, we had more shots on target than we did the whole month of November. And finally, bringing it back to everything, you could talk about Gyökeres, you could talk about Trossard, you could talk about Eze, you could talk about Odegaard, you can make points about individual players, you can make points about the manager, but the fact that Manchester City's behind us, 2 points behind, is what's giving most people the confidence that Arsenal might drop off and not win this game because we have to travel to their ground and win because we have to.
Oh, it's in City's hands now.
Yeah, because of all that. That's why everyone's saying City have confidence, City this and City that. But I'm gonna
But is it? Yeah, but it's in City's hands though, Egal.
1 second.
Sure.
Everything changes week to week, and everyone changes their mind week to week.
Right.
We play Wolves next week.
Right.
Crystal Palace away is the trip for Manchester City. Manchester City go and drop points to Crystal Palace next week. It's back in Arsenal's position, and everyone's going to be like, you know what? It's Arsenal's league to win. City's not that good. We're going to be back in the same cycle. I'm seeing it every week. People keep changing their mind, and the cycle keeps going in circles every single week. It's the result-based analysis, and we're not actually having fair opinions on the whole season. Because when it's Arsenal doing well, everyone's ready to downplay Arsenal and say you don't win the league in December. But when City win a couple games in a row, all of a sudden City's going to keep this up for the rest of the season. We've seen too much inconsistency for Manchester City and other teams in this league to all of a sudden write off Arsenal from winning the league. That's ridiculous to me. Thank you for watching that short clip. Hopefully you enjoyed that video and you left a like on the video. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought about the discussion that we just had.